Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Leopard Erratic speaking. um, I I enjoy talking about music a lot, and so um, I think I'm going to keep doing the video reviews just because I feel like I can get my thoughts out a lot better than on Instagram, like just typing shit out. And I don't really go by a script. I just kind of ramble and just go whatever is like off the top of my head. But I wanted to do this review. I wanted to do this review on Instagram, but I thought maybe it would be better for me to do it in the video format just because it's such an in-depth album, and it's one that is extremely important to me. One of my favorite albums, one of my all-time favorites. And it's very near and dear to my heart. That album being got the vinyl right here. Oh, I don't know how well you can see it with the lights, but Have a Nice Life, their album. I believe this was their debut album, Deathconsciousness. And this this album is a fucking anomaly. This album is insane. Okay. I was talking to I was talking to one of my friends today about this album, and one and I think she described it very well, and she said that this album sounds like it was recorded in hell. Holy shit, they're fucking right. They're so right. This album is fucking insane. Like the instrumentation and just it's very shoegazy. It's very easy to get lost in. Like the I think that they recorded this album with like $1,000. Like they only used like a couple things. Like they didn't really have like a lot of money to record the album, and so they kind of just used shitty equipment, but it still sounds like amazing. And the vocals, the Giles Corey, his is the lead singer of this band. Amazing, amazing vocalist, amazing. Um, and on some of the songs, the instrumentals are like the vocals are kind of like buried super deep into the instrumentals. Like on songs uh like The Big Gloom, for instance, is one that I can think of, where and also like I Don't Love, those two songs, like whenever the instrumental fucking hits, and then like the like you can like you can barely hear the vocals, but you can still hear something singing, but it's just covered up by like the heavy fucking guitars and the drums and shit. But is like this album is just like it's just so conscious about death. Like I believe that the concept of this album, from what I've read, um I know that this vinyl it came with a booklet that has like all the lyrics, and just reading the lyrics, the album is just about it's just about death. Like the only way I can describe it is just it's about death and how prevalent it is in society, and just how fucking people die. Like everything is dying all the time, and like you can't do anything about it. And it's the sad truth. And like anytime I listen to this album, I just think of that shit. Like death is inevitable. Like everybody is gonna die eventually, you know? And it's just like it's harrowing. Like it's hard to listen to at sometimes. And it just kind of reminds me that loss, like just loss in general in life is just kind of inevitable. But um this song, my favorite song on here, which is probably a generic pick. I don't give a fuck. You can I don't give a fuck. But my favorite song on here is definitely Bloodhail. Um oh, the fucking lyrics to that song. Oh, they just hit me on a different level. Like, oh, it's such a here, I gotta grab the lyric booklet. I left it on my so let's see. The lyrics of the song are incredible. Like whenever he says, I feel the top of the roof come off, kill everybody there. As I'm watching all the stars burn out, trying to pretend that I care. but I didn't. No one ever does, and I would. No one ever will. Can't you see it's all flown out of my hands? Like, this is beautiful. Like, the lyrics are like poetry. Like, this man really wrote from the heart, and you can tell how much effort they put into the album and just how much they put into the concept overall. Because even though that I've read, even though like this book that came with the vinyl, it explains the backstory of the cover of the person on the cover, and it also explains the concept of the album just a little bit more in depth. And like even though I was listening to the album, like the thing is, the concept isn't something that you're gonna grasp on like a first or second listen. Like it's something that you are going to slowly grasp at over time and just kind of pick up pieces of. Like I didn't even know that this review was even about a concept until I was like reading reviews for it on Rate Your Music. I believe somebody um had a review where they basically described this album as somebody killing God. That's what they described the album was. It was like somebody killing God, which is kind of a good description of the album because sometimes that's just what it fucking feels like. It's just like it just like you feel just it just feels like death like all the time. Like you just feel the death. Like you just kind of like notice how death kind of surrounds us, and it's how it's just like an inevitable part of life, you know. And it's just it's very sad to listen to, but it is one of those just all-time great albums. um and I'm very glad that I discovered it. My friend Bailey put me onto this album, and I'm very thankful for him for that. And Giles Corey, his solo music is also fucking amazing as well. He's just an amazing artist overall. But I haven't listened to the rest of Have a Nice Life's albums. I need to kind of delve into their discography a little bit more. I've only listened to this album by them, but holy shit, this thing is fucking incredible. Um, ooh, yeah. Like just it's so well written, and it's just like if you enjoy shoegaze or like dream pop or like post punk or any of that kind of shit, and you haven't listened to this, definitely give it a listen because I know that you will enjoy it. You will definitely enjoy it. A couple nights ago on my YouTube feed, I was just scrolling through, and on my YouTube recommended, I saw um, Deathconsciousness perform. There was a video of them. There was a video of Have a Nice Life performing Deathconsciousness live in Brooklyn, I believe. Oh fuck! Like I watched the whole thing, the whole live performance. Oh, whenever they started playing Bloodhail, the crowd went fucking nuts, and they were singing every word to the songs, every single word. And like whenever they were playing, and they ended their set with Earthmover, I believe. Yeah, Earthmover, which is the last song on this album. It's like an 11-minute song. They ended off their set with that song, and like it was beautiful. Like he was going into the crowd with the mic, and like they were singing every single word, and it's just crazy because like this album just has that kind of effect on people. Like you know, like it's just very personal and very like emotive and just very real, and that's why I love it so much. And I've been listening to it a lot recently, and it's a very good album. It's one of my favorites. If I had to rate it, I'd definitely give it a 10. It's a masterpiece in my eyes. I give it a 5 star. 5 star for sure. Um, I don't have any complaints with the album at all. It's just perfect. It's perfection. Um, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to show love to this album uh, because I've been listening to it a lot recently, and I know that I was going to do like a review on my Instagram or whatever, but I'd just rather do it on my channel. But yeah, so anyway, Leopard Erratic out. Have a great rest of your day.